Hello. Hello, hello. How is everybody? Let me see if I can't. I'm using a different sewing machine today, so bear with me. Um, I'm really trying to. What is this? That's a basting stitch. It's a gathering stitch. Let me know if the music is too loud. I am listening to Pretzel. Hopefully it's... Hopefully it's fine. Trying to select quilting stitches. Seriously, you have the same stitch in like... I don't use this machine often. Like almost ever outside of embroidery. So here we are with the Viking just out here, you know. Again, it's still... I'm trying to make sure that I have the right... I'm probably way out of like where I need to be as far as stitches goes. Like I'm on a I'm in like vintage. I'm in the J page. I'm pretty sure I'm fine. I'm just doing a straight stitch and it automatically selects your foot for you on the display. And it doesn't like I don't think there's one that just calls for a walking foot. So I'm probably just going to there's too many selections. There's too many stitches. Four-way stitches. What is was estas? Four directional stitching. Oh. No, thank you. 8-way stitches? What? Oh, these are my stitches. Anything that I've programmed in. Specialty stitches were not there. We don't need any of that. Definitely don't need any of this. Cool. So we're just gonna go ahead and I think that's what we want. Alright, so I'm just doing straight line quilting. I am gonna pop on my gloves. If you're just kind of hanging out in the background, I don't really love this machine. For anything other than embroidery. She's fine at embroidery. She works well. But But I basted this quilt around the edge. I just, I was bored the other day because I was sick. I had the stomach flu all last weekend. So I just went ahead. I was feeling better, and I just went around the stitching, or I went around the edge of the quilt to base the quilt down to the backing, just to like get a feel for the machine. The Juki is in the shop. She's having her spa day. And I can tell you that without a shadow of a doubt, I miss having that extra table, my little extension. I could just put the embroidery arm back on it, and that would give me the extension that I want. But I'm like, meh. I don't know. So, I'm honestly going to, hold on. So this is an automatic machine. Very much computerized. Okay. And honestly, I should have put a label on it first. Because if I had attached a label, I could just like sew without being like without having to worry about it, but I'll attach the label later. We're gonna start with a set of stitching around in the border. This isn't normally how I would start quilting. Normally I would start in the middle, but I'm pretty confident that I basted this nicely. So we're just gonna go, and I'm using a walking foot. This is my walking foot. So hopefully we don't have too many issues. That needle just fell out of my machine. What is happening here? What is that? What? This is not possible. I literally don't understand this. I mean, it is possible. Do I have tweezers in here? I do. I'm like, what? Okay. The needle's brand new, so it's gonna be lovely if it's like, oh, hey, your needle bar is busted. I don't think it is. Maybe I didn't. Okay. I mean, that should be good. What?
What even happened? I don't understand. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna try this again. A net stitch length. I'm gonna bump it up to a 4. So I am gonna like take all these stitches out. Just because I can. Okay. I am using Essentials thread. It's a navy blue. I'm using a cone. So I've got my thread on a thread stand because this machine does not allow for a cone to sit on it. I think there might be an attachment in the back, but I don't ever use this quilt or use this machine for anything but embroidery. So um, let me we'll do this. Now if I wanted to, I could like totally use the um this has got like a fix stitch um in it where I could just um it basically locks the stitches in. I could just use that instead of pulling my thread to the front, and then I could just, you know, um, go. I wouldn't have to pull the other thread, the bobbin thread to the top, but I can't be bothered to uh, hope that that's going to be fine. All right, so let's grab these, and let's see. If the music is too loud or it bothers you, let me know. I just tried to pick some random channel on Pretzel that had like, I guess it's game music. I don't really know. Alright, so we're just gonna try and move this through. And hopefully I did have some like skipped stitches when I was going around the perimeter of the quilt with a basting stitch. I think I had the wrong like fabric selected. So this is a fancy like much fancy, very computerized um, machine. So it like you can set like what kind of fabric you're using. Um, and I did not have it set on like a quilting cotton because I don't know. Who learns their computerized machines? But I feel like the only time I'm going to use this machine for quilting is if I'm doing straight line quilting. And that's really only because I don't have a table for, like I don't have an extension table for this that lends itself to free motion quilting. I do have the free motion feet for it, so I could. It's pretty good. This one's one of those ones that like auto tensions and stuff like that, so. Reading instructions says what? Hi, Wench. How are you? Who reads instructions? This is fun. This one is fun because it has like a little like question mark on the screen, so I can hit the question mark and it'll flash, and then I can like select what I'm like, what is this? And it tells me. So, I mean, I could do more to learn what this machine can do, but, oh my god, why? Why, I heard it snap, too. Okay, I got it. How the music sounds, Wench? Can you hear it? Is it okay? Got my tweezers here, I might as well just use them. Hi, Allie. How are you? I don't want to say we're having like a ton of issues, but you know, it's the needle literally came out of my machine in the first like 5 minutes of stitching. It was pretty wild. So here I am trying to, you know, back out these stitches just a little bit so that when it comes time for me to like actually bury threads, I have some thread tails that I can do something with. Sounds good. Okay. As long as the audio sounds good, I'm okay. I very much miss my Juki. But that's not a surprise to anybody. I would have thought that I would have had less issues with straight line quilting. And that's where I would have been wrong. let's try. We're not even done with the first side. Welcome to my world. I don't hate this machine, to be fair. We don't work together often enough. So this is probably, you know, my own fault. Nope, we need to go one more. How was everybody's weekend? What are you guys up to? I watched this really cute documentary on Hulu. Called Billy and Molly. And it's about this man and his wife, and they live in Scotland. They live in the Shetlands. And this otter befriends this man, Billy. And it was just a really cute, heartwarming story. It was done by the National Geographic. I'm very glad that it didn't make me cry. It was not a sad documentary. It was a very cute, it's kind of heartwarming tale. I need to do a posture check. Make sure that I'm not sitting all weird. I did wind 2 bobbins for this. I, again, don't use this machine very often for things like quilting. So, I'm not going to spend a lot of energy on making like 5 or 6 bobbins with thread that I'm probably, you know, not going to use. Recovering from the ice cream tour from yesterday. Had a nice salad, updating Minecraft server, everything, because I've been putting it off. Nice. Also laundry. Your back hurts, though. You have a staff meeting at 5? On a Sunday? Oh, I bet they're going to have some really good sales for the 4th. I wonder if it's already started. Or if it will start on Monday. And I say that only because I do need to go to Joann's and get fabric for a project for Allie. And who knows, we'll probably use this machine for that project. I don't know when the Juki will be done. I didn't ask. But I'm assuming 2 weeks. and Monday will be a week that it's been gone.
So, sale until the 7th.
The store was lots of 40 to 50% off. Nice. Yeah, they normally have some pretty good sales. I admit I try to, you know, shop small when I can, but sometimes, like especially for batting, when their batting is on sale, it's all over. Or when their interfacing's on sale. If I can get like Decoville Light at 50% off, then that's what's happening. I don't have any shame for that, and I don't blame anybody else, because you know. I sometimes can't pay small business prices. I feel like maybe I need to sit higher. I like this control pedal more than my Juki because it does not have a rock back function to, you know, use the automatic thread cutter. So I can kind of just let my foot do what it wants and sit how it wants. 50% off on all Fisker brand cutting supplies. Oh, nice. Weekend has been pretty okay. I've just lazed around. Glad to have the week off. Oh, that's right. You do have the week off. That's nice. Like everything. Blades, scissors, rotary cutters, everything. Zero of anything left in the Gutermann thread, including the sets. Yeah. It's fleece, not flannel. I just can't free motion quilt with fleece. If the backing was fleece on this and I was just doing straight line quilting, I don't think I'd have too much of a problem. But this is the last of the border sides to do. And then we'll move on to like just following I'm trying not to stitch in the ditch on this. It might happen, but we're gonna try to avoid that. None of my seams are pressed open, so that's kind of a good thing. Stitch in the ditch can be hard on your seams, especially if you've pressed that seam open, because it exposes your seam thread to being punctured by your needle. There are pros and cons to stitching in the ditch, or there are pros and cons to like pressing your seams open or pressing them to the side. It's entirely up to the person making the quilt. Um, all right. Here we go. I just prefer not to press my seams open. Okay. Let's pull our thread to the front. You haven't been able to find that pattern you posted yesterday in the flannel? You've never used fleece before. Fleece isn't super, like... Fleece is just, like... I want to say it's different from minky. Fleece isn't bad to work with. For me, I just have a hard time with it. It doesn't glide like minky does on my machine. So when I'm trying to free motion quilt with it, it's pain. It really is just like the biggest pain for me. All right, so where do I want to start? Start up here, maybe. I feel like that's a good spot. There we go. Is fleece absorbent for burp cloths? Oh wait, no, burp cloths that go over it. That might be okay. I've used flannel in the past with like toweling in the middle. Um, I haven't made burp cloths in forever. I was thinking bibs. That's what I was like. Oh, nice. Alright, now we have to spin her around. Actually, let's spin her around this way. Eek. Maybe? There we go. get to try and like move this through. Put it in my lap, basically. The first set, 50 per, oh, you Googled it, came back 50 on It's Great versus, oh boy. First set of fabric is on the way from Tony, so you'll get that, cut some 10 by 10s, see how it goes before you start ordering the next set of fabrics. Nice. That's a decent amount of time to have. Alright, I need to actually get this in my lap. It's gonna, like, the problem with having a heavy quilt is and getting to this point is that I have to be able to, like, have enough excess right here to move it through. Otherwise, it's gonna tug. And then it's gonna break the thread. Because, you know, that's how it goes. Pretty sure that that's... we could go one more. We could go one more stitch. There we go. Before the baby. Oh, before the baby's first birthday. I gotta hide. Mix It Up isn't wrapping chat for me for some reason. Can I hide this? There we go. I don't really need to see who's in chat. Oh, get to them before their first birthday. Yeah. Oh no! Whoops. It's not really a whoops. It is kind of, but... I was talking, so I didn't really realize where I was at. It's fine. The edge is going to get quilted regardless. So... I will be going over all of those lines of stitching anyways. Around the perimeter. So it's fine. I did get a little sunburned yesterday. We went to Pride down in downtown Olympia. And my forehead's just a touch red. It was very cloudy yesterday, though. Like it. We're kind of in this, like, boat where there's just a lot of quilt to still be working with that's going underneath the machine. So I'm just trying to like maneuver it. Once we get to a certain point, I just kind of straighten it out. I also tried to adjust the lighting on the camera that's looking at the machine. Oddly enough, this light that's underneath, or that's in the throat of this machine is incredibly bright, and the cameras pick that up. They like white balance like crazy with this machine, so I tried to adjust like the color saturation and all of that, the brightness of the camera to try and offset. So if it looks like crap, that's me. Heard there was a pride celebration in town yesterday, but missed any of it. Glad they did it yesterday, though. Today's just thunderstorms. Oh boy. Take your time. Gonna be a little lurky trying to get cleaning done. For sure. For sure. I get it. Alright, so now I need to remember to stop for the gray. It's the last time I didn't. I blew right past it. And I think... Oh, I think that's pretty good, actually. No, we needed to go one more. Just do one more stitch. There we go. Make sure you're hydrating. I have to hydrate because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work on the shoulders. I figured quilting this on YouTube is a good like way to document the process. I didn't really I tried to record like some of the making of this to make like a short or a reel. And I just didn't. So, which is fine. But I figure since it was one of the quilts that I showed you how to baste, that we would quilt it together live on YouTube. And you get to see one of my other machines that I don't use very often. There we go. I think one more. Yeah. There we go. I tried to pick some good, like, fantasy gaming music. There's actually a Dungeons and Dragons music station on Pretzel. And I didn't know that. You having a rough asthma day today? Oh no. We'll definitely take breaks. Lurk away. I do that a lot with streams, like when I'm, doing stuff in the house or I'm busy in the office. I will just, like, let a stream play in the background just so I have some background noise. I don't necessarily care what's going on. Like, with your streams, I want to be interactive and I want to, like, pay attention. But some streams, I'm like, I'm good to count as a viewer. I'm gonna sneeze. Give me a second. Excuse me. I'm digging the music. Nice. I'm glad. I was just like, I just picked a random playlist on Pretzel, and my YouTube is connected, so hopefully this isn't like a station that's going to get me like in trouble. I actually am gonna have to like take a look after stream at the app on my desktop. So I'm using the web version because for some reason my brain looked at Pretzel and it said update near my YouTube account. And so I was like, oh, does that mean I need to reconnect? And so I went to do that, and then it basically disconnected my YouTube channel and was like, oh, we can't do anything. Sorry. And I was already live at the time, so I was like, well, heck. So, I just was like, I'll deal with that after stream. But on the web player, my YouTube was still linked, so I'm just using the web version for now. I feel like I'm making some pretty good progress on this. It's really nice when things just kind of go well. Thank you. Yeah, my allergies have been a little bit on the wild side. So I feel you when it comes to like having to take the breaks to deal with the things. I just feel like my nose is constantly running. Oh, so I guess Azathar's like the 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 lead for his shop. They had like their annual conference on the eastern side of the state last week, and she won coffee and a French press. Um, and she didn't want it because apparently she's she's dating this guy that I feel like we all would be like, you're you're gonna end up like murdered in the woods somewhere. He's like anti-technology. Um, he doesn't have a cell phone. Only has like one house phone, and the phone itself is up in the bedroom, like upstairs. And she'd found like a second landline, like a phone. And she was like, hey, let's put one downstairs so we don't have to like, you know, race up the stairs to go get it. And he's like, no. I was like, girl, you're gonna. you're dating a serial killer? I'm just like, yikes, dude. And then like bikes everywhere. So he's like, I don't want to be like, oh, he's just like super creepy, but he's just kind of like super creepy. you know? Um, or like those are the vibes I get from the stories I hear being told. And so I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. Hold on, let me... I'm looking... I need to look back and see. Because I think we're at a point where... if I want to go back up or if I want to continue down and then I want to do this because then I can start again. Yeah, we're just gonna go straight through. This is 48 hours written all over it. I know. So, like, she ended up, like, giving up soda because he's, like, hates soda and, like, she, has, like, diabetes. And so, like, she made all these, like, healthy lifestyle choices. Because of him, which is cool, right? She lost a ton of weight. But I just was like, eh. But he has a thing against coffee. So she was like, no, I'm not going to use the French press. And I was like, really? This guy's so, like... It's weird vibes, man. It's weird vibes. really enjoying this playlist from Pretzel. I guess I'll just stick with paying for the subscription. The only reason I like stopped listening or stopped using it was because it was all like EDM. And listen, I don't have a problem with EDM music at all. It doesn't bother me. But like it feels like it can be a little bit much if that's the only thing we listen to on stream. It gets kind of like obnoxious. Against coffee? Right. So, and there were like 2 bags of coffee that came with like the French press and everything like that. So, and I had made coffee this morning, and Azathar was like, "Oh, did you try the new coffee, or did you like use your Pete's coffee?" And I was like, "Oh no, I used Pete's. Like, I don't like to have multiple bags of coffee open at the same time, only because if like there's one that I don't like, I won't drink it. Um, Now the free bags of coffee, I don't necessarily care about. Like, if I don't like them, then it's not going to be really any skin off my back to like not drink it. Um, but like the bag of Pete's coffee that I have right now that I have open is not my favorite flavor. I was just trying like um, I was trying different kinds of, you know, Pete's to see which one was my favorite. And I think I found the one that was my favorite already, but I've got this bag is open, so we have to like get through it. And I told him that I would, you know, open one bag, try it as a drip coffee first. And then if I like it as a drip coffee, or regardless of if I like it as a drip coffee, I'll try it in the French press to see what it tastes like. So surprise EDM is no fun. I know. Nice and calm, and then yeah, all of a sudden it's like yeah, we have a, you know, I have a reputation to maintain for having a nice, calm, chill stream. And I think I've said this before, I used to feel real weird about it. Like, I always used to be like, man, I wish I could be more entertaining. Wish I was more like, you know, this person, because they, like, they have all these views, and they have all these people. And then I'm like, wait a second. But, like, my good friends that come and hang out and stream are not those people. They're not the ones that want, like, the super loud streamer or, like, the obnoxious sound commands. Like, they like a good sound command and a good GIF, right? But the people that I stream to are not your typical loud stream crowd. So, you know, when I first started streaming, they were like, be authentic to yourself, and the people who, you know, the people who, you know, like that will come, right? You want you want authentic viewership. And I think I found that. Like, I think I found that, you know, I found my good, just eat one more. There we go. So, Like, there's literally nothing wrong with being a chill streamer. Because lurkers count. Alright. We're not done by any stretch of the imagination. We're just at a point where I've done there we go. Okay. Now I need to find out where I should go next. I start... It looks good. This kind of sounds like Frankenstein. Dun 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 dun. Or maybe a little Fantasia-esque. Sorry, I had to cough. Take your time. Okay, let's do this. Alright, so we've started another set of stitching. I did not map this out to see how many, you know, if I just could do continuous line. I did not map this out at all. So we are on an adventure. So quilting on this thing is not as, like, bad as I thought it was gonna be. I was kind of dreading this. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh no, this is gonna suck. But it's not. turning out to be a little bit more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. So I can feel like the hold on, I need there we go. Maybe that'll be better. It is still tough on the shoulders. We had a morale event on Friday at work, and I went in for it, and the guys were like, so what games do you play? And I was like, cozy games, Sims and Dinkum. I've been playing quite a bit of Sims recently. I stopped playing the Tiny Town Challenge. But I went ahead and like started. It's not a challenge. I made a sim, moved her in to Henford on Bagley, and I decided to like do the home chef thing to see how I liked it. See how like the money making possibilities are for it. It doesn't matter like how like I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter which batting I use and which gloves I use. There's always like batting lint that gets in my face and makes my face itchy. Drives me crazy. spin this around. No, it broke the thread. I shouldn't have done that. I thought that was all me. Or I thought that that excess thread was going to be too much. I should have just left it alone. Dang it. That's what I get. That's not long enough. Okay. The problem is I used the auto cut function and I shouldn't have. I should have just like I should have pulled the bobbin thread so that I had enough. Once I had a long enough top thread tail, but it's okay. It's all right. This is what happens when you think you're doing a good thing by making sure you don't have a ton of excess thread, and you do. Or you pull it tight and then you break it. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Welcome back. I did a dumb, so it's fine. At least it's just straight line quilting. It's nothing like super serious. Trying to get there. There we go. Cool. There we go. All right, let's try this again. Get my gloves. Allie, have you cleaned up your craft table yet? So you can crochet and or diamond paint. Need to restart my computer. It's being odd. Uh-oh. Take your time. Computers need to start behaving. I have not got my crafting table cleaned. That's on your to-do list. Nice, and welcome back. I keep having to, like, posture check myself. I'm at a decision point. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that whole thing again. This way. Again, we're still on this, like, you know, choose your own adventure. Not really sure, you know, how many lines of, you know, how many, you know, starts and stops I'm gonna have to do where I will have to tie into the quilt, but it's fine.
long as it all gets quilted, it's gonna be great. Hopefully your computer is acting better, Allie. I had a GPU update the other day that I just like... I was like, oh well, guess it's time. To make sure to get it done. Gotta keep the things updated if you want to keep streaming and watching stuff. I'm really sorry that I missed your message last night in Discord about Handmaid's Tale. I totally would have watched with you. We got back from Pride and I like took a nap on the couch, and then I came in and into my office and I was playing Sims, and sometimes when I'm like watching a show, it will overpower any ping from Discord, and I just didn't see it. This thundered so loud it shook your house, man. We actually talked about like thunder and lightning yesterday. While we were out with friends at Pride. I was like I don't miss Oklahoma in general, but the things I do miss about Oklahoma are like the thunder and lightning, because those storms, while they normally bring like, you know, bad stuff with them, were always really like, I loved the thunder and the lightning. What are you doing, Bubba? Trying to finish the Harry Potter blanket. Nice. I thought... I mean, I guess I just don't know when they're next. When the next season's coming out of Handmaid's Tale. I'm all caught up, so like you're not watching anything new, right? So there's the tiniest thunderstorm over us right now. It may last 5 minutes. So like, yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I know that like Dragon um said that like in later seasons she couldn't watch it because it was like, you know, too real to kind of like what our current climate is. And I was like, I feel you. I feel that. But I've been working on that Magnus blanket. I do need to bring the knitted blanket in here and just finish it because I'm almost done with it. So I don't know what I'll do while we watch that together. I know that
I'm gonna go downtown and like pick up dinner for us tonight. So I don't know what Azathar's on the plan for meal prepping. His D&D session will end at 3. So and I'm hoping this, you know, hoping making this doesn't take more than like an hour or so. Longer. We've already been going for an hour and a half, so. Brutus, leave it. Brutus is like whining at Azathar's office door. He keeps it closed when he's playing D&D. You've only seen the first season? Oh boy. Okay, well, you're in for a ride. Hey, the bobbin thread's low. Alright, so let's go ahead and it always says it's low. But I usually have like I have a few more stitches I can make on it. Oh, cool. Maybe the bobbin low warning isn't as crazy as it used to be. It used to be like there would be so much left over. Oof, I can't hardly see. That's what I get for using a thread that matches the quilt top in some spots. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. It's the fuzz. Let me see if I pull this, how much is left. Alright, note to self, the bobbin low warning, just stop stitching at that point. Give yourself a nice long tail to work with. I haven't decided.
there was, so I ordered, not ordered, I purchased a cotton cuts kit from someone who was like, I need extra money and I'm not going to be able to like finish this. So none of the clues are put together, but I have all 10. So I haven't decided if I want to do that live on stream or if I want to just do that for funsies for myself. You're way behind. It's fine. I mean, I know that there's supposed to be... Are there 4 seasons? 5? Whatever is there, I know that there's supposed to be another season coming. I just don't know when it's coming out. And... Okay. There was 5. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be a 6th season because I remember looking it up after the end of the 5th season being like, is there going to be another? And I think the 5th season was like shot pre-pandemic. But they're probably on some like wackadoodle schedule like Bridgerton is, where like we're not gonna get a new season of Bridgerton for like 2 stupid years. Like, why do I have to wait 2 years? Like, you better give me something. You better give me like a season 2 of Queen Charlotte. Like, I need something in between. But I have been, you know, finding, like, obviously I've been finding true crime stuff to watch in between other things, so... Thank you for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Come on. There we go.
2025? Okay. This music is giving me like Indiana Jones crossed with like Star Wars score type music. That's what I was thinking. Okay, fold that laundry. I did see some good documentaries, or some good looking documentaries on Hulu that I might start watching. I have been binging American Monster on Discovery Plus. I do need to get caught up on Military Murder, though, which is the podcast. I don't listen to very many podcasts, but, like, that one I like a lot, and I just, like, I think I'm in October 2023. But I know one of the writers for the show, one of the writers and researchers for the show, so um, sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, I just saw this, like, true crime thing on this person who was in the military. Is there any, like, does Margot have any, is it on the list to, like, for her to, like, do? And I think one of them was like, no, what? And I was like, oh, watch this show and this episode on this platform and you'll get it. We thought that at the same time too about the, yeah, I was like, this like sounds like a mashup of like movie scores. I don't ever want to say that straight line quilting is boring, because it's not, but it can feel like it's just
the same thing over and over and over again. All right. I guess we're stopping here at this intersection. Okay. Okay, now let me find... I gotta find a good spot to start this next one. Because we're kind of... Oh, we're in the middle. Oh wow, is that all I have left? Is the middle? And then doing the... Oh, okay. Alright, so I guess I could have just continued to do that. We're gonna have a couple of extra stops. At this point, we're gonna have extra stops because we're just doing the inner diamond at this point. We're almost done. Um, which is honestly kind of cool. Excuse me. Oof. So this quilt pattern was kind of fun to do because you can use a layer cake for this, I think. I think it was just 10-inch squares. And it's a free pattern on Fat Quarter Shop, so
I'm all about, you know, if you can find a free pattern that's simple, especially for a charity quilt. You know, this one was pretty decent. I mean, they... Oh, I did skip a stitch right there. I can't really tell. No one will know. I will know, though. Anyways. You could do like 2 tonal layer cakes. You could do one that's a color and then one that's like a beige or a blacks or grays. This one I just used yardage and cut what I needed from the yardage. Okay. This is Aladdin. Okay. There we go. So wild that I have to like keep putting these gloves back on and off, or taking them on and off. Putting them on, taking them off.
Hi, sweet love. What are you doing?
Hello, Luna. Hi. You sweet girl. I was trying to decide whether I would, you know, pay for Pretzel, because you get 30 days to try like the premium features for like free. And my 30 days is up on July 7th. And I'm like, okay, maybe I will pay for the annual. It's for streaming, and, you know, regardless if we can, you know, get either, you know, if we can get monetized on YouTube, that would be great. I can't remember how many followers I need on YouTube for that to happen, but I know for like YouTube partner, I think I know I need like 500 watch hours. And obviously, if you like, you know, if you like the video, it gets shown to more people. Liking and subscribing here on YouTube are free. On Twitch it's follows, but doing both things, liking the video and interacting, and then subscribing to the channel, those are free things that you can do to help me, even if you're lurking. So, both things are much appreciated. Alright, once I finish the inner diamond of this, then I will work on doing that second. I'll be doing like another like around the border stitch. And then that'll be it for this quilt. Like I said, I was very nervous about this particular quilt, working with this particular machine as well, because we don't work together often. Sometimes that means we can have disagreements. Granted, I have disagreements with my Juki all the time, and we work together constantly, so I don't even know. Alright. Let's do this. I kind of thought I heard Luna whine, but maybe not. She's not in here anymore. She made it 8 hours last night without waking anybody up. I was very impressed, because that's not our normal anymore. Especially with her. Alright, I'm just gonna do this without the gloves. I was saying that I was hoping that this would take, you know, like no more than an hour right when we hit like the noon time frame, and we're kind of on track for that. But that's kind of what happens when you don't really know where you're at in the quilt game. When you're quilting, you're like, oh, I hope it'll be, you know, no more than this amount of time. And lo and behold, you're in here going, oh, that was kind of spot on. I will have to make sure that I'm pretty sure I got all of the lines. I'm pretty sure I did exactly what I wanted to do, so... Yeah, I love it when a plan comes together. And I do have 2 quilts that are ready to be quilted, but I'm, again, thinking I want to do free motion on both of those. So, I will wait till the Juki comes back. And those are... those are just like personal quilts. They don't have a... They don't have a destination, per se. So... like, they don't have a new home or anything. They're just quilts that I needed to... Oop. They're quilts that just need to be quilted. They were in the stash. They've been made. It was about time. Alright, so this is the last, I guess, set of stitching where I'm going to go around, going around the quilt one last time. I am following a great many sets of stitches because I did in fact have, you know, lines already, but we're just going over them because it's just easier this way to do another line. And I'm trying to follow the line pretty closely. Oh no! Hold on. Oh. I have one corner that didn't get done. So if I come down... That's okay, I can... I could do that. It's not a huge, it's only like 1, 2, it's 3 lines. It's like the very corner. I think it's probably the only corner that didn't get quilted. But I'll come back through and do this corner. I'm doing a lot of paying close attention right now to where my stitches are. I'm in a blue fabric area, and it's sometimes hard to see where that thread is. Laundry is folded besides what is in the dryer and the washer. Nice. I have not folded laundry this week. I have to see what the weather's gonna be like tomorrow. I feel like tomorrow I should really do the lawn, especially if it's gonna be nice out. It's going to be like incredibly hot this coming weekend for 4th of July. I say incredibly hot. Take that with a grain of salt. It's gonna be hot for us. And so I mean, I could just leave it long because it's holding on to moisture, and if I leave it long for the 4th of July, then that means we don't really have to water it. Because it holds on to a lot of water, and it will keep the lawn, you know, wet and damp, so that if people get stupid in the neighborhood with fireworks, then you don't really have to worry about watering it too much.
But like 4th of July was really the only time we water the yard because I don't want people to set my yard on fire. I have 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow. I was supposed to meet my new boss tomorrow. I have a massage tomorrow at like 4:30, so tomorrow I'll figure out what I'm doing. I don't really know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I know if I don't do the yard tomorrow, I definitely have to pick up dog poop. It's been a while. Going to be a pain in the backside to do the yard regardless because it has grown so much. Okay, yeah, it was literally that only corner that didn't get stitched. How much time do we have? We got 15 minutes. I got enough time. I got enough time. We can finish that. Maybe tonight what I'll do is I will bury all these threads while you're streaming Handmaid's Tale. Because there's a lot. Sometimes straight line quilting doesn't always leave you with less threads than free motion quilting. Uh-oh. Oh, I can hear Azazar in there laughing. I don't know if you guys can hear him. Alright, let's go to this corner that I know is not done. And
And I do need to get the dogs out. They're probably like, Mom, we need to pee. Barely wet. So we are, just backtrack. I was wondering if I was going to make this more of a hassle for myself, but I mean, stitching back down on the blue is a lot easier than stitching back down on the gray, because the blue hides the second line of stitching better, I think. Oh, you could barely hear him. Okay. I figure if I can kind of hear him over my headphones, you guys must be able to hear him, because this microphone does a really good job at picking up other sounds. There we go. That's it. This is the last line. Now we can call it done. There we go. It is done. Oh, the neighbors are outside. I can kind of hear the music. All right. Let's take a look at what it looks like. I will put the... Ooh, my hips are tight. Okay, let's, going to trying to make this monitor. There we go. Boom. Okay. So this is the quilt. And this is the back. Oh, the lines of quilting are so cool. You see the lines? Isn't that neat? Doesn't that look awesome? I like this a lot. I like this a lot. That's a very nice quilt. Alright. That's it. That's it for me, friends. We are done with the quilt. Very clean, right? Very clean lines. I like it a lot. Okay, so I will post a schedule in Discord at some point today for us to do, or for next week. I don't really know what's going on next week, so we'll see. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend or day, night, whatever time it is there for you. Um, and for any YouTube streams, I will schedule them in the live panel so you'll see them there. Um, and then for anybody else, for anything else on Twitch, that it's all gonna go in Discord. But YouTube allows me to like schedule it on YouTube, which I really love. So, um, anyways, that's it for me. If you've been lurking, like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Notification bell will tell you when I'm posting videos and when I'm live. So yeah, anyways, have a great one. Have a great rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next time. Bye.